Fermented foods, ranging from yogurt and kefir to kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, and kombucha, have long been celebrated for digestive health, but emerging research suggests their benefits extend deeply into epigenetic regulation and systemic aging. These foods provide a rich source of probiotics, bioactive compounds, and fermentation-derived metabolites that interact with cellular pathways responsible for gene expression, inflammation control, and overall metabolic resilience. By influencing DNA methylation patterns, fermented foods may help modulate biological aging, creating an internal environment that promotes cellular stability and long-term health. At the molecular level, probiotics and fermentation metabolites help regulate DNA methylation, a key epigenetic mechanism that determines which genes are active or suppressed. Aging naturally shifts methylation patterns toward pro-inflammatory, oxidative, and senescence-promoting states. Studies indicate that gut microbiota, the microbial populations nourished by fermented foods, produce short-chain fatty acids such as butyrate, which function as histone deacetylase inhibitors and influence methylation patterns. These metabolites help maintain gene expression profiles associated with lower inflammation, enhanced detoxification, and improved metabolic efficiency, essentially nudging the epigenome toward a more youthful, balanced state. Inflammation is a primary driver of epigenetic aging, and fermented foods excel at modulating it. Probiotic strains such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium can dampen inflammatory signaling in the gut and systemically, reducing circulating cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha that accelerate tissue aging. By lowering these inflammatory mediators, fermented foods indirectly stabilize DNA methylation and prevent the epigenetic drift that typically accompanies aging. This creates a less stressful environment for cells, allowing repair mechanisms, mitochondrial function, and immune surveillance to operate more efficiently. Gut health is another central mechanism through which fermented foods influence aging. A diverse and balanced microbiome supports nutrient absorption, bile acid metabolism, and the synthesis of vitamins and cofactors critical for methylation reactions, including folate and B12. Regular consumption of fermented foods encourages microbial diversity and resilience, reinforcing these metabolic pathways. In turn, a healthy microbiome contributes to epigenetic stability and reduced systemic stress, linking digestive wellness directly to cellular aging processes. Clinical and observational evidence supports the benefits of fermented foods beyond the gut. Populations with diets rich in yogurt, kimchi, and other fermented products often show lower markers of inflammation, better metabolic profiles, and improved cardiovascular and cognitive health. Some studies also suggest that fermented foods correlate with slower epigenetic aging, measured via DNA methylation clocks, although research in this area is still emerging. These findings indicate that the combination of live microbes, fermentation metabolites, and bioactive compounds may collectively contribute to healthier cellular aging. Beyond systemic effects, fermentation-derived compounds can influence mitochondrial function and oxidative stress, both critical in aging. Certain polyphenol and peptides generated during fermentation enhance antioxidant defenses and energy metabolism in tissues throughout the body. This effect complements the epigenetic regulation by further reducing the molecular burden that drives cellular senescence and tissue decline. Over time, these synergistic effects can contribute to improved resilience, energy utilization, and functional longevity. One of the most practical advantages of fermented foods is their accessibility and dietary versatility. Yogurt or kefir can be consumed daily. Kimchi and sauerkraut can accompany meals as flavorful side dishes, and kombucha can serve as a refreshing beverage. Integrating these foods regularly not only provides beneficial microbes and metabolites, but also supports a diverse, nutrient-rich diet that reinforces epigenetic and metabolic health. Even modest amounts, consumed consistently, appear sufficient to contribute to long-term benefits. Overall, fermented foods act as potent allies in maintaining epigenetic balance and slowing aspects of systemic aging. through modulation of DNA methylation, suppression of chronic inflammation, enhancement of gut microbial diversity, and support for mitochondrial and antioxidant pathways. These foods create an internal environment that favors cellular resilience and metabolic stability. Regular inclusion of probiotic-rich, fermented foods is therefore more than a digestive strategy. It represents a sustainable, enjoyable approach to supporting biological youthfulness and promoting healthier aging across multiple organ systems.